Good morning, guys. So I just woke up and I'm gonna make tea. And while making tea, I'm gonna give you a valuable money lesson. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna put. I want to tell you what is money. What do you think is money? So, what do you think is money? Before this, we used to have barter system, and in barter system, you know what people used to do? They used to give me 1 second. I'll set this camera a little bit like this. Yes. When we used to have barter system, what did people used to do? They used to exchange goods. Let's suppose if I have this phone stand, right? If I have this phone stand, and if you have bread, let's suppose if I want to eat bread and you want phone stand, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna give you this phone stand, and in the return, you will give me that bread, and I will get to eat something, and you will have this. So it's a win-win situation, right? It's a win-win for both of us. You also get something, I also get something. What was the difficulty in this? What was the problem with this? Let's suppose if I want a car, I want to drive somewhere and I want a car. And what you have this laptop. Let's forget the laptop. You have this you have this thing to eat. You have this food thing, right? You have this plate. What do you think are we gonna do? Do you think we're gonna exchange it? No, right? What do you think is the possible difficulty in this? The possible difficulty in this is that your product, the thing that you have a car, right? It's of much higher value, and the product that I have is of much lower value. So, do you think we would exchange that? You would think that, I mean, it's not making logical sense. We should not exchange it, right? Because I'm giving you something of more value and you're giving me something of very less value. Do you think we should exchange that? Of course not. You would think that I'm getting robbed for my thing, and just because we have to exchange something doesn't mean that I will give it to you. Do you think that's right? That's perfectly right, right? And here goes the coffee. So do you think we should exchange that? No, right? That's why we invented money. That's why we have this paper currency. And now the paper currency, this is 2026. The time that I'm recording this video is 2026. And now we have this 2026 currency, this money. And money has become a human life energy. What do I mean by human life energy? Anybody can give your parents some amount of money, and your parents have to get up in the morning, even though when they don't want to do the work, even though they don't want to get up in the morning, even though they don't have any ambition of doing that work. They still have to get up in the morning and they have to go to work to do that filthy work. Filthy not in work in terms of the work, filthy in terms of it's not contributing anything to their life, it's not contributing anything to their dreams, it's not contributing anything to the dream that they want to build. It's just contributing to the dream. It's just contributing to the dream that the person they're working for. If they're working under a business, it's only contributing for the business. It's only contributing for the business owner, and they get paid per hour. No matter how much productive you are, no matter how much productivity you show, guess what happens? You get paid by hour. That's what money does. Money has become nowadays a human life form energy. I'm not saying that I'm very rich. I'm just giving my experience, giving you my knowledge, or giving you my thoughts. That whenever I also get, a call from my part-time job, guess what they do? I have this shift. We'll pay you this much. Do you want to come or not? And you know what they do? They give you a call at 6 in the morning, and the shift starts from 7 in the morning. It's just right 1 hour before that. Just 1 hour before, you have to pick up the call, you have to destroy your sleep. Doesn't matter if if you think that your sleep schedule matters or not, they will still give you a call because they know that you don't give any productivity to the world. You don't contribute anything to the human beneficence. So you just get paid by the hour. You don't have any real skills and you don't have anything. You don't have any productivity. So they would just pay you by hour for doing little bullshit work. If we talk about Tim Hortons work, I don't work at Tim Hortons, but if we talk about, I used to work at Tim Hortons though. If you work as a fast food restaurant worker, what do you think happens? I'm not saying it's a very bad work, but it's a work that most people can do. It's a very replaceable work. Let me put some milk in my coffee. I don't keep the mic over here. Now, it's a work that anyone can replace you. That's why the competition is so high. In the jobs in which they pay you by hour, in which the skills and the competition skills are very low and the competition is very high. It's all the demand and supply, right? If you don't have any skills and anyone can do it, the competition would be fucking high. And if the skill is very high, let's suppose a rocket engineer, the competition would be very low. I'm not saying there won't be any competition, but the competition would be very low. So that's what money does to you in 2026. It buys human life form energy. If you have a lot of money, let's suppose you're a millionaire and you don't want to do the dishes at the back. See, my kitchen is fucking clean. That's all I want to. I keep my house clean. If you're a millionaire and you want someone to do the dishes because you think for yourself that this is not a good use of my time, you know what you can do? You can pay someone $20 or $21 an hour, and you can hire him to do the dishes for you full time. If he doesn't even like doing it, if he doesn't even like doing dishes, even though he doesn't have any skills, even though he doesn't have anything, he will still get up in the morning, he will still come to my place, he will still do the dishes, and he will go afterwards. And let's suppose if it's a busy restaurant and the dishes are so fucking high, it's gonna drain all of his energy when he comes at 9 in the morning and he goes 5 in the evening. It's gonna drain all of his energy, and he's gonna, guess what? He's gonna be getting robbed of the energy that he could have, spent somewhere else because he had, made a business. But just because he doesn't have enough skills, just because he doesn't have anything else to contribute to the world, guess what he does? Can you fucking think about it right now? Just because you're not making enough money for yourself, for your family, your parents' health is literally decreasing. Your parents' health is literally decreasing just because of you. Think about it for 2 seconds. Your parents' health are literally dying sooner because of you. Because you don't, contribute enough to the world, and the world doesn't think that you're capable enough of getting more money. You don't deserve more money. And that money could have saved your parents years. They could have slept more in the morning. They don't have to be in situations that they don't want to be in. They don't have to talk to people in the workplace that they don't want to be in. They don't have to take taunts from people in the workplace that they don't want to take. That's what money buys for you. And when people think money is not everything, money is not everything, there's a child, maybe in some part of the world, who would replace the life that you have in a fucking second. That's how much grateful you should be. Most of the people don't think about life as I do. I'm grateful of all the fucking things that I have. I'm grateful of the sugar. I'm grateful that I have coffee. It's not much though, I have to buy more. But I'm grateful of this. I'm grateful that I get up in the morning. I got up in the morning, I read for like 2 hours the book Psychology of Money. And I read like 60 pages of that book in the morning for 2 hours. I didn't eat anything. This is my first meal. That's what I do. Intermittent fasting in the morning. I get the deep work in. I start reading in the morning for like 1 or 2 hours. Depends like how much time I have or when do I wake up. But that's what I do, and that's what I'm grateful for. I want to make more money because money buys human life energy. There's a paid link in the description that could change your life. I don't want to be doing that salesy stuff. If you're really interested in that link, you would go and check it out. I don't want to be salesy, but think about it again. Watch this video again. Not for me, not that I would get more views, but just because this concept would get in your mind. See you in the next one. Bicep check.